and I'll repeat it again, those who are coming to this administration thinking that it's an avenue for making a lot of money are going to be disappointed. They better go to the private sector. That is where people make money, not in government.
Whenever I say my PENDREAM TV there, I see them yopo.
Atiyefuane ahwefo yema obi biara kwa eba PENDREAM TV. Say na your first time wa ha. Subscribe to channel and click the notification bell so like jumadi na share ma afofro so ensa enkabi. Na Cecilia Dapaah Nesema a trendy social media na Johnnie Hughes a reactor or day in Sembi Atuja. Yina Bekaya James Jachi Quitsin. A son of MPA omo ato aba no nanse ya nana adodankwa akufado ekojina simpie a power a son of HRS a son of James Jachi Quitsin candidate for jail na mema a son of for ento aba emano. Na wasan kansa ensem na biem afa ma Cecilia Dapaah nsema abetodwa social media no eno na Johnnie Hughes a react a obisa president say ensema president na adodankwa akufado okeka no sebio NanaAddo akufado is he really a lawyer na ensem we ne ensema hodo bi na oyede odi tudwa ana afin so no emre bi atwa movie ki Mahama time scandal be one of the ministers ekoka say onya some amount of money be obekwete politics no ema John Boadu eka say omon freeze na asset. Johnnie Hughes atro question bisa say is John Boadu still in Ghana na ensembe na obeka fa Mama Cecilia Dapaah nsema trendy social media no ensem we ne ensema hodo bi na Johnnie Hughes atuja mempese meka ensem ne ina no kame ho ni entie se ne Johnnie Hughes eka nsem anse ne be kono subscribe to channel na click notification bell no so like jumadi na chere wadwen comment section no yentie se ne Johnnie Hughes eka nsem
fact that the schools for special schools for the deaf, school for the blind, school for whatever it is, they have feeding grants from January up until now have not been paid. Well, I'm happy to say that I got feedback from them that after we spoke, the first term of the feeding grants have not been paid. We encourage government to focus on the realities of the people and actually take care of the feeding grants of these young ones. And then also, we've been speaking about national service. You know, I've been very passionate about national service and NAPCO and all of that. Well, we're told that there's an upward adjustment which will take a retrospective effect. So the NAPCOnians and the national service people can smile. NAPCOnians are not happy. They say they feel neglected and dejected. Well, they went to campaign. They went to queue. We were talking, some of them turned around to insult us. I feel bad for them anyway, but I'm happy for the national service persons. Are they happy for themselves? What can the new amount do for them? 715. We'll get to talk about that. But the going issue and the trending issue we all do know is how a former minister for sanitation and water resources, Cecilia Dapaah, one of the few women in politics I admire on the other side, on the NDC, MPP side, Cecilia Dapaah and Madam PJ, I admire them because I think that these are women who have kept their eye on the ball, they have gone up there and all the rest. When the matter broke, somebody asked on Twitter, I said, I thought it was only the men who were usually embroiled in these things. How did the women also get there? And how did Cecilia Dapaah also get into this question? Over the time when the matter broke, because this matter had actually been going on for some time. If you read the charge sheet, between July and October of 2022, the matter had gone to the juvenile court, that's my understanding. And so at that time, the young lady was 17 and all of that. Now she's 18, we are told. And the matter is before the court. And they had to be on the front page of the Chronicle newspaper. It caught everybody's attention. And I'm sure that the media will follow through, anti-graft agencies will follow through, the demand for investigation, and all of that is happening. But the ministers first, or whoever advised the minister the first time, bring up the letter that the minister said there are inconsistencies in whatever is being reported. I found that strange because people have ridiculed that, okay, even the letterhead had mistakes. Cecilia, whatever. It's okay, that's a statement from Cecilia. And she said that the origins are inconsistent and all of that. I found that strange Because this matter, this is not the first time this matter is coming up. This matter has been there. It's just that it's coming to the public domain. So is Madam Cecilia Dapaah telling us that she had not seen the charge sheet prior to this matter becoming public, and that she was only noticing what was there? And does it also mean that, well, if she says there are inconsistencies, it means that the house girl could have taken some more, or that there was more than what the house girl took? We want to understand the inconsistencies. Then she jumped from this one, straight away she goes to say, I have resigned. And I saw the PR there. So you resign when you are under fire. Some have commended her. It's good because we naturally don't have it in our DNA. We naturally don't have it in our DNA. But she has resigned. So you want to applaud her. But in applauding her, you also want to ask her to bring you the inconsistencies that Madam Dapaah was talking about. What are these inconsistencies? Because the charge sheet, I'm sure her lawyers and herself and the lawyers for the young lady and herself, they have seen it. So the resignation letter is not alone enough. Even though at the end, she just make Mr. President, my dear, and then the president also comes back to write a response to say that he is confident that she will be exonerated. I'm paraphrasing. And then I ask myself a question. Is our president really a lawyer? Because he's been making a lot of prejudicial commentary, putting a lot of unnecessary pressure on the judiciary. Is he really a lawyer? To be suggesting that, well, I'm confident. And people are expecting that a much stiffer thing will be done. But this, of course, is a slap on the wrist. So people are asking the questions. Does this apology, does this resignation just wish away everything? It doesn't. Number one question that people have been asking is, how did the woman come by all this money? $1 million, 300 euros, cloth worth thousands of CDs, jewelry worth, thousands of dollars and all of that. How did we get here? How did we get here? How did the woman acquire so much money? Bring me the screenshot on the analysis of 1 million CDs. How did the woman get so much money? And if indeed the woman has so much money, why would anybody keep so much money? Pull up the police, Ghana police notice to all of us, telling us not to keep huge sums of monies in our account. And I expect that the police would have gone out there, started investigations, issued a statement, but of course it's a big woman. So police on the 6th of November 2019 says daily security tip, never keep huge sums of money at home. Send them to the bank for safekeeping. This is the Ghana police. November 6, 2019. This was what the Ghana police put out there. So since this matter broke, has the Ghana police been interested? Or because it's a big woman? If it's Johnnie Hughes, would they have acted differently? If it's Amaka, would they have acted differently? It's a question I'm asking. Now, if the government claims, come back, the government claims that we have done a cleanup of the banking sector. Listen to this analysis. The government says we have done a cleanup of the banking sector. Now, if you have done a cleanup of the banking sector is supposed to have engendered confidence so that we all can go and put our monies there. No be so? Now, the people who sat at the cabinet table, who took that decision to give us a cleaned up banking sector, some say collapsed banking sector, included Madam Cecilia Dapaah as a cabinet minister. So if the system has been cleaned, why doesn't she keep her $1 million, 300,000 euros, etc. in the bank? Mind you, she's questioning what's on the charge sheet. But if you read what's on the front page of the charge sheet, on the face of the paper, the court says so and so belonging to Cecilia Dapaah, so and so belonging to Cecilia Dapaah. So is she suggesting that the court is telling lies? The second thing I'm asking is, if the government claims that they cleaned up the banking sector, why doesn't government officials, and people are suggesting that there could be many other government officials who are keeping monies under their beds, why is the government official not comfortable to take the money to the bank? And yet we are going around begging IMF, trying to borrow, and telling people that if you have dollars, take it there to the bank because very soon, you remember that narrative? There's elements of the government, they came to tell us that, look, if you have dollars,
Don't keep it at home. Take it to the bank because very soon, blah, 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 all those narratives. Sana, they were keeping theirs under their beds. And even this 1,300,000 euros, it was found out that they had been stolen by accident. Let it sink in. By accident. If you read the charge sheet which is on your screen now, it was by accident. Johnny's right. By accident. So you have so much money that $1 million can be stolen. You have so much money that 300,000 euros can be stolen. You have so much money that your jewelry that you're supposed to be using on a daily basis, your perfume on a daily basis, your kente cloth on a daily basis, your husband's suits on a daily basis were taken away, and it took you to notice this by accident in a country that is supposed to be broke. And somebody from the presidency the other time, when I put that on my status, said that because a rich politician has been stolen from. I said, wow, you are busy borrowing dollars. You are busy telling the citizens to go and put their dollars in the system so that there will be circulation. You are busy telling us not to keep our dollars. You are busy telling us to transact business in cities, and you are busy keeping dollars and euros, hard cash. I'm not saying the money was ill-gotten. I'm saying that's the principle that you claim that you have cleaned up the banking sector. Why are you not confident to keep your monies in the banking sector? And by keeping $1 million at home, do you know what it's doing to our currency? Do you know what it is doing to the economy? Do you know what it is doing to the livelihoods of the people? It's a question. Now look at this. Project this one for me. Patience Botry is 18 years old. Patience Botry is 18 years old. The lady, the house girl who is supposed to be standing trial for all of this, she's 18 years old. Madam Cecilia Dapaah belongs to a government that has told us consistently how they believe in education. At the time when Patience Botry was engaged, she was not 18. She was a minor. The government consistently tells us about free SHS, talks about the future, and talks about the wealth, the essence of education and all of that. But she was able to accept a 17-year-old to be a house girl in her home. Think about it. Ajana 1, Ajana 2. The government, Akufo-Addo and his ministers, and all the spokespersons and appointees. This is an angle nobody has explored. They tell us that they are interested in education. They tell us that they are interested in the future of the country. Then they bring somebody who is of school-going age, a minor, and the minister of state, a cabinet minister for that matter, engages a child, a minor, in full work. The police should be interested. SRAT should be interested. The Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Protection should be interested. Child Rights International should be interested in this matter. At the time the kid was working for the minister, she was not 18. So how irresponsible could we have gotten? That would we send our children, would Madam Cecilia Dapaah send their 17-year-old daughter to go and become a house help? Would President Akufo-Addo send a 17-year-old daughter to go and work? Would Dr. Bawumia do same? Name them and ask if they will send their 17-year-olds to go and work. They are telling us that at 17 you have to be in school. But at 17 they are busy engaging children to work for them. Ajana 1, Ajana 2. Meanwhile, the children who have decided to be in school, school feeding caterers are owed monies. We used to give the children 97 pesos. At the time, Kofi Asare says it was equivalent to 2 boiled eggs. Now we're giving them 1 cedi 20 pesos. It's equivalent to half egg because Kosiani Meko is 3 cedis. We owe buffer stock. We just paid small. We owe, you go to the schools, there's food they eat, deplorable. And yet we are keeping the monies under our beds. The monies that we need to turn the economy around, we are keeping them under our beds. Then when you finish, you come and tell us that we are bedding sharing. Bedding sharing what? What are we bedding sharing? You come and tell us that we are in it together. We are not in anything together. Play President Akufo-Addo's video for me.
And I'll repeat it again. Those who are coming to this administration thinking that it's an avenue for making a lot of money are going to be disappointed. better go to the private sector. That is where people make money, not in government.
That was President Akufo-Addo assuring us. This was many years after I shall protect the public purse, or many months after it. So Lucy, show me the public purse. What has become of the public purse? This is what has become of the public purse. I shall protect the public purse. If you want to make money, go to the private sector. Don't come to the public sector. We have seen how people have built houses in 4 years. We have seen how people are able to give off cars to their people. Today they want to go to parliament. This is what is left of the public purse. Now, are you suggesting to me that if Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, the founder of this nation, the first president, he had decided to amass so much, keep so much dollars, pound, and euro under his bed, his children, Samia Yaban Nkrumah and Sekou Nkrumah, would not also own homes in cantonments and all those other places and have monies and be able to engage 17-year-olds as house children, as house boy and house girl? Somebody told me that the house girl did not steal the money. The house girl just retrieved a portion of the monies that have been taken from us. And I hear the defenders, the Sergio Ramos, they're suggesting that, oh, this could be, Cecilia Dapaah comes from a very rich home. Nobody is contesting that. Cecilia Dapaah has lost 2 relatives, so this could be funeral contributions. I say, wow. A member of, if somebody wants to go to parliament, who is an MCE, speaking like that? A PhD holder, a lawyer, speaking like that? It doesn't make any sense when your country is looking for dollars and you have dollars and it is in your room and you are not putting it in the economy for money to circulate. Money is supposed to circulate. For those of us who earn salaries by doing our work, even when 10 Ghana cedis is deducted from your salary, from your money, and you get the alert, you call me. I have called Jonathan Syme of ADB. I told him, Master, I just saw 10 cedis out of my money. What is happening? But the money is so much that 1 million could be taken. Now let's do an analysis. What is in $1 million? Let's assume you are part of the middle class in Ghana, a doctor, lawyer, engineer, businessman, or banker. Your take-home salary after taxes and all deductions is 20,000 Ghana cedis. At the current exchange rate of $1 to 11 cedis, 5 pesos, it will take you 48 years to make $1 million. Yes, you going to save people's life this morning. It takes 48 years. Let's assume you're a small business owner. Your monthly profit is 50,000. At the current exchange rate of a $1 to 11.5 Ghana cedis, it will take you approximately 20 years to make 1 million. So 75% to 90% of Ghanaians will never see this kind of money till they die. But this was stolen from a politician and he didn't even realize it was missing. That's $1 million question. Give me the other screenshot. CDD, Center for Democratic Development, H. Kwesi Prempeh. And he had this to put out there. A Facebook thing. It says, as predicted, here are some emerging defenses: old money, envy and jealousy, wealthy spouse. What is $1 million? They just don't get it. You see, nobody hates Cecilia Dapaah. But Cecilia Dapaah is a public servant. Cecilia Dapaah is supposed to have declared her assets before she got into office. Cecilia Dapaah is a person of public interest, paid by our taxes. So nobody hates her, but people will want to know, where did she get the money from? How was the money moved from one place to a house? Was it cleared from the bank? Which bank manager endorsed it? Did they catch the attention of Yoko and the financial intelligence team? That is what we're asking. It is not a question of, oh, you are poor, you are envious, you are jealous. No. That thinking, put it aside. It's foot soldier thinking, put it aside. Let's ask the questions. Now, Mr. John Boedu, former General Secretary of the MPP, he asked that Victoria Hammer's assets be frozen when Victoria Hammer only thought about 1 million. She was sacked. She only thought about 1 million. She was sacked. Now, Victoria Hammer's assets be frozen. That's what John Boedu proposed. Fast forward, is Mr. Boedu still alive? Yes. Is he still a member of the NPP? Yes. Is he closer to power? Yes. Is he proposing a freeze of Cecilia Dapaah's properties? It's a question for the gods. There's another screenshot. The pastor, show me. And these days, you don't have a lot of pastors speaking up. The voices that used to speak up, the CSOs, they are working like a bull. So the government will work like a bull. All those people, you don't hear them speaking up again. Why? I don't know. And you don't find them. Let's see the headline. Let's see the headline. Yeah, don't accumulate. That's Reverend Isturaba. He says, don't accumulate wealth while others suffer. Don't accumulate wealth while others suffer. And sometimes I get the indication that our politicians don't listen to the right sermons. Our politicians go to the people who will give them praise and worship and funds. The man of God says, don't accumulate wealth while others suffer. And we used to be in this country when men of God spoke. And after that, I've challenged them. I said, in the biblical times, it was, thus saith the Lord. What are our men of God saying today? Why are they quiet? Somebody's own, it was just thought about. This one, the money is there, real, feel it has appeared in court. And if Madam says there are inconsistencies, she needs to come and tell us where the inconsistencies are. Because she mentioned that, she introduced the word inconsistency. So she needs to come and tell us where the inconsistencies are. She needs to come and tell us what is faulty with the court document and whether the court didn't get it right or the court got it wrong, but they still decided to play along, maybe because they wanted to show somebody where power lies. And sometimes you just have to let go. Somebody told me that this is akin to having a side chick, and then your side chick cheats on you, and then you go and tell your wife about it. From frying pan to fire. The people of Ghana are not happy. These things mean a lot to the people of Ghana. Auntie Cecilia herself admits that this could have an impact on the image of government. The president admits that, yes, thank you for thinking about the image of government. But you see, the image of government is not on paper and pen. The image of government is not what somebody says. The image of government is in the minds of the people. The image of government is in the minds of the people. And to the extent that the people think that we are working so hard in the wrong country, when they see these headlines, when they know that people have $1 million, when they know that people have 300,000 euros, when they know that people can be stolen from it, they will not realize it because they have so much perhaps. I'm only asking, how do you expect them to react? And this is just 1 minister. Somebody says, this is a compound prefect's household. Can we go to the treasurer's house? Assistant school prefect, protocol prefect. If we go to their houses, what will we find? Think about it before you are recruited to come and defend anything. Good morning.
Water.
Yeah, the young Sam no best on her. A PENDREAM TV. Subscribe to channel and click the notification bell. So like a Johnnie and a chair, join our comment section. And I say we bet send the voice notes afa number ya eda screen so no you be publish ama sign so at wonka number ni 0277 128 777. My main sign C number no so be 0277 128 777. We share in the next video. Macro.
Dedi kama mamena PENDREAM TV ase. Na so far so good. Say open online portal e wo Ghana. Ah nipa share, nipa follow, nipa comment here. To my best of knowledge, without any biases, PENDREAM TV.